eh. So the Venom 2 trailer came out today, and I thought it was fine. It was okay, didn't really do much for me, didn't really move me in one way or the other. If anything, it probably took my excitement level down a little bit because I'm really excited for this movie. Despite the fact that I was not a big fan of the first one whatsoever, I thought it was a total mess. But despite all the issues I had with the plot, the character, the CGI, and the dialogue, among many other things, the biggest sin the first movie committed is not being rated R. I thought that was a huge problem, should have been rated R. A character like Venom really, really lends itself to a lot of, pun intended here, carnage, blood, gore, all that good stuff. I really want that in a Venom movie. The character is perfect for that, and the fact that despite all the issues in the first one, if it was rated R, we could have at least seen that. That's the one thing you go to a Venom movie for. That'd be cool if you could see that stuff, but you don't even get that. Along with all the other issues with the movie, really didn't work for me. I think the second one's going to be PG-13 as well, so that's a bit of a bummer. I really want it to be rated R so we can see all this stuff. Unless it is going to be rated R. Someone correct me, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be PG-13 again. That's a bummer, but hopefully with Andy Serkis directing and Tom Hardy acting, there's some good people there, so hopefully it can go in a good direction. So to just get into the trailer, I thought, well, let's just start off right away with the opening scene of the trailer, which I thought was very odd. Right off the bat, Venom singing is a very odd thing to hear, and I don't think I like it. It was bizarre. That whole scene was really weird to me, and that kind of brings me to my first point here, which is it seems like this movie, at least from what I'm gauging from the trailer, is going for the cringe attempts at humor that the first one did. A lot of people had that issue, not just me, like the ET stuff. The first one, the humor didn't really work, and it seems like they're attempting the same kind of thing in this movie based on what we've seen in the trailer, so that's a little disappointing. But after that, we get some voiceover from Woody Harrelson, who I'm excited for him in this movie. He's a great actor, and I think he's a good choice for Carnage. Him in this trailer, I thought was fine. Didn't, again, excite me that much or, take my excitement down at all. Get some voiceover, show some random scenes, doesn't really do much there. And we see this scene of him getting some kind of injection. So is this, I guess, how he becomes Carnage? So I kind of thought he already was. Again, I don't know much about this stuff, guys. If you know more than me, go ahead and tell me in the comment section. But I guess he's just getting injected with the Carnage stuff. I don't even know what to call it at this point in the movie. So it's interesting that he becomes Carnage in the movie, because based on the end credit scene in the first one, I kind of assumed that he's going to be Carnage right away. That was cool to see that. That was an interesting scene. And then we get our first glimpse of Carnage himself, and probably one of my favorite parts of the trailer was seeing him. He looked really cool. I think Carnage has a really cool look. We see a few, scenes of Venom doing stuff, and it's really hard to tell exactly what's going on there. It looks like Venom is trying to eat people's heads again, even though, it looked like it trying to eat like a normal person's head, unless I'm missing something, even though Eddie kind of told him in the first movie not to do that stuff anymore. So we'll see what's exactly happening there. The reason that I'm actually excited for this movie, despite not liking the first one, is that the only thing I liked about the first one was the relationship between Tom Hardy and Venom. I thought it was quite interesting, and I definitely thought there was potential for a sequel there to take it in a more interesting direction. But from what I saw from this trailer between them, didn't really do much for me. Maybe they're saving all the best stuff for the movie. But I was really hoping that Andy Serkis could take this in a good direction. I really like him as an actor. Don't know much about his directing thus far. I haven't seen. I don't know what he's directed up to this point, but I don't think I've seen any of it. But I do think he's a good talent for sure. So definitely, I think a good choice to go with him as director to take this character in a new direction, because the first one didn't work at all for me. I know some people enjoyed it, but I thought it was a complete mess. And this trailer for the second one has, to be honest, tempered my expectations for this one a little bit. It seemed like more of the same, to be honest, and that's disappointing. I think the movie's probably going to be better than the first. For me, it's a really low bar, but yeah, just didn't do a whole lot for me. I know a lot of people enjoyed it. Some people were more with me and kind of like, yeah, it's whatever. The main thing I enjoyed was seeing Carnage and Woody Harrelson. Everything else was kind of meh. The Tom Hardy Venom stuff, Venom singing at the beginning, seems like there's more weird, cringy attempts at humor, and the other, action stuff that we saw didn't do a ton for me either. So, guys, that's my quick thoughts on the Venom 2 trailer. If you've seen it, drop what you think below. If you enjoyed it, tell me why. If you didn't, same thing. I guess, yeah, that'll do it. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. I'm going to be posting a lot more these days. So I'll see you guys soon.